Hello and welcome to highlights of the 750 Motor Club's Summer Festival at Silverstone. With MotoGP setting up in the national paddock ready for next weekend's British Grand Prix, the club have the honour of running on the international circuit out of the Silverstone wing and its voluminous pit garages for the very first time. And this weekend is not just about racing. There's a chance for owners of Austin 7s, the cars popular when the club was founded back in 1939, to display their cars and take part in a parade. Giving new meaning to the word eclectic, the first race of the day is for the Allcomers. And on pole position we have Lee Bailey in his Radical SR3 next to the Rage Buggy of RGB Championship leader Matthew Higginson. On the second row, the Westfield of Trevor Clark and Ian Smythe's Ford Fiesta Cosworth, Matthew Wallace in the MR2 and Peter Coombs in his eponymous sports car on the third row of the grid. It was a wet qualifying session for these cars, but it's dried out now, so expect a bit of a shake-up. It's a poor start there from the pole position man Lee Bailey, and a bit of a contact further back among the MR2s as well. Paul Thorpe has got away very well indeed in his Ford Fiesta XR2i, one of half a dozen regulars from the Classic Stock Cats Championship that are racing here this weekend. Down towards Village they go for the first time then. The lead was being held by that Rage Buggy of Matthew Higginson, but through on the inside there has gone Lee Bailey, and also I think Trevor Clark in his Westfield as well. We had 38 cars out on the grid for qualifying. There's 36 that have taken the start of this race, including their number 67, David Drinkwater, in his BMW Compact. Oh, and there's damage further back. There's been a collision between Ryan Lowry in his Fiesta and also the Civic, which is number 8, Carey Lewis, in the Honda Civic DC5. Up towards Stowe Corner for the first time then, it's Bailey leading. Higginson has got back into second. In third place is Clark, and in fourth is Ian Smythe in that very special Cosworth engine Ford Fiesta. Through Stowe they go then. Here's a battle further back down the order. You've got Elliot Dunmore in his BMW 325. You've got Matthew Wallace in the number 72 Toyota MR2s. The wipers on these cars are on again, so there is a bit of rain falling once more. Also number 50, Andrew Seaton. He is in the Mazda RX-7 being run by Tim Gray Motorsport this weekend. I believe it's one of Andrew's first ever circuit races. He's having a look as they come down the hanger straight. He's going to have the inside line for Stowe Corner, and he goes through ahead of Elliot Dunmore now, and Doug Elwood, the former 750 Motor Club Road Sports racer, he's there in his Marcos Mantis. He goes through as well, but the BMW trying to come back on the inside. That's the 69 car of Dunmore, the man from Tame, and he's got back through I think on the inside there. Well, this is the battle for around about 6th position then, making their way down towards us. So Elwood, having briefly made up a place, has lost back out to Dunmore. You've got Matthew Wallace, he's in the first of the Toyota MR2s that have their own championship races a little bit later on in the day in the number 79 car. Turning their way out of Club Corner now, over the start and finish line to start another lap. But Lee Bailey, car number 30, leading the way here in the Radical SR3. The driver from Hove will hand that car over to son Aaron Bailey for the bike sports races later on. And the cars turning their way through the Vale then. There's Lowry, who was involved in that incident earlier on, and Ben Ward as well, car number 34, the Ford Fiesta XR2. He's just ahead of the 152 car of Tim Gibson. That's the BMW Compact, and they're side by side now as they go down the straight. Well, Paul Thorpe is well and truly in the thick of the action here, and that's the class leader just ahead of him there as well. It's the car normally driven by Michael Williamson, that Ford Fiesta XR2, but it's the very quick Matt Rosier that's out in its day. Paul Thorpe now going to the outside line as they head down to the right-hander at Abbey. This is the first corner of the new lap, but Rosier is managing to stay ahead there. Also involved too is the number 46 car, which is John Peerless in his Peugeot 205. There's an MR2 not far up the road either. And here comes Paul Thorpe down the inside as they go into braking for the Village hairpin. And Paul Thorpe goes through to take the lead of Class C and also the Classic Stock Hatch class as well. Through the link they'll go and onto the hanger straight once more. It looks like Rosier in the 118 car has made it back through again down there. A spin for Doug Elwood. The Marcos Mantis goes round, number 14, the man from Stratford-on-Avon, that big 6.2 litre engine car is stationary at the moment. Is he going to be able to rejoin? Yes, he is. Doug Elwood regularly campaigning that car in a number of different championships these days, noticeably the Euro Saloon on sports cars. Well, here comes this Rage Buggy, and it's absolutely fantastic. Look at the way it spits flames there as it makes its way through the corner. It's actually Matt Higginson's dad's track toy, if you like. As number 81, Neil Roach, goes off the road, and it was a spin there for Peter Coombs in number 18, who'd had a good progress there and was up inside the top three, but he's lost ground again now. He might just about be able to hold on to his third position, but he's lost quite a bit of time there. Well, here comes Lee Bailey then. He's just about to lap the number 65 car, I think that is, of Simon Roach. He goes on to his final lap of this 1.85 mile Silverstone International circuit. It uses the southern half of the Grand Prix loop. There's Susanna Kenniston on the right hand side of the picture there in the VW Corrado that's further back down the order. Also, you're getting involved, you have 73, which is Simon Wallace, and Tim Heron actually has gone very well in his number 23 car. Down the straight they come. This is towards the left-hander at the Vale. But Tim Heron was on the 19th row of the grid in that number 23 blue Toyota MR2. He's fighting his way now up towards the top 10. He's not quite there yet. There's a moment for number 24. That's Phil Hutchins from York in his MR2. With a driver that should be out again later on today. But here comes Lee Bailey, number 30. He's dominated this race. He's more than 20 seconds clear of the rest of the field. Turning his way out of Stowe Corner now, down towards the Vale. Not too far away from lapping the 20th place man for a second time. That's Mark Warren Layton in his blue and yellow Toyota MR2. He's done so now as they make their way through Club Corner for the final time. Then in the case of the race leader, it's going to be Lee Bailey. The checkered flag is made ready. It goes out now, and Lee Bailey it is that wins this second 750 Motor Club Allcomers race of the season. Coming across the line there, you've got the Fletcher Hornet of Ian Fletcher. He has gone, though, 2 laps down, surprisingly. He's in 21st position overall. Well, here's Higginson then. First time out in this car. I think it's just about the only place you could race this machine. Absolutely fantastic. Its lap times equal to those of Lee Bailey's as the race has gone on. He takes second position. Good effort from him. And the third place car that we're waiting to see coming through now, that's going to be Peter Coombs. He had that spin a little bit further on, but here he is in the Coombs Sports, and he comes through in third position. More cars going through that have been lapped as well. Got the car of Trevor Clark there in fourth position, but there's contact further back, and that was, I think, Simon Wallace, was it, going off into the gravel as Tim Heron came through to grab 10th position overall. And look at the joy in the cockpit of that Ford Fiesta XR2i. Well, that was Paul Thorpe. He won the class and 13th position overall, but it was Lee Bailey that took the win by 23 seconds from Matthew Higginson. Peter Coombs third. Best of the Class B cars in fifth was Ian Smythe in his Ford Fiesta Cosworth.
Lee Bailey, winner of the Allcomers race there. You had many people to play with and a lot of traffic, but you made it all work.
Yeah, it all went very well. The car was superb. The setup was good. Probably could have done with slicks on, but the wet sailed up well long enough and enabled me to sort of be where I wanted to be on the track.
At the start there, did you see Matthew close enough to you? Did you think he was going to be a threat?
I was concerned, especially where the track was drying. Obviously the Radical's superb in the wet. I wasn't too sure how their two cars and the Caterham, which is what I think it was behind us, didn't know how they were going to react with the slightly drier track, but luckily the downforce on the Radical saw me past them fairly early on a couple of bends.
Well, good stuff, and well done on the victory.
Great, thank you very much indeed.
Paul Thorpe out there today in the classic stock hatch. You won that part of the race. Good stuff.
Oh, it was fantastic. Our championship's got a couple of months break, and I was wondering what to do in what's meant to be nice weather, but as you can see, it's not very nice today. And I thought, yeah, well, I've got no pressure of the championship to come here and race and just have a bit of fun. And it was just some fantastic racing, very close racing out there, and it was good to see how you perform against the other ones, the MR2s and the BMW Compact Cup as well. It was really good fun indeed, yes.
There's lots more racing to come at Silverstone, so join us right after this break.